What's up, gamers? Welcome to another review. Today I wanted to go over some of the more detailed things about the Druid. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was your world tier. Now, for me, I've done Adventurer World Tier 1 the entire time. As you can see, I'm level 33. I'm about 3/4 of the way through Act 3. I do have some friends that are doing World Tier 2, and they've had a more difficult time progressing through the storyline, more deaths, things like that, but I will tell you that they are around 37 to level 40, but barely starting Act 2. I've had no deaths until this recent boss that I fought, which will be in another video, in Act 3. I tried multiple specs, I tried everything that I could think of. I finally just had a friend come in and help me do it. It was difficult. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I just couldn't survive. So, if you are having problems with survival or anything like that, check out your world tier. If you feel that it's too easy, you can bump this up. You can also change this in-game at any time, up or down. That's up to you. So let's go ahead and start the game. Let's just take a moment to appreciate these loading screens. Okay, so as you can see here, I am in the Druid main city, Tur Dulra. And the first thing I wanted to show you was my spec. Now, I am loving this spec. Currently, I'm playing more of like a werewolf DPS type build. I know there's other builds out there, more meta. There's a like a Storm Surge build that's really good for AoE. I might try that later on when I get into groups and things like that, but for right now, I'm enjoying this werewolf DPS type build, right? So first thing we have here is we have Storm Strike. Now remember, I'm only level 33, so I don't have all of my skill points yet. So we started off with Storm Strike, and then we went into Enhanced Storm Strike, into Fierce Storm Strike. After that, we're going to come down here and Shred. I absolutely love Shred. I think it's a great ability. Once we have Shred, and as you can see I have 5 points in it, you come down to Enhanced Shred and then Primal Shred. Now this isn't in the order in which I placed these, but I just wanted to show you what they are. I've also got 3 points into Predatory Instinct, which increases our crit chance by 6% against close enemies. I also have gear that increases my crit chance against close enemies, and that has really seemed to help as well. And then we have 3 points into Gait, which just increases our movement speed while in werewolf form, as well as a persisted bonus for 3 seconds after. We're going to come down to the third part of our tree here, and here we have Blood Hell. Blood Hell to me has been a lifesaver. I've gone through a lot of potions, and once I got Blood Hell, I really noticed a difference. So this is going to be a 15-second cooldown where you shapeshift into a werewolf and howl, healing you for 21% of your maximum life. Also, there's a modifier that the kills reduce the cooldown of Blood Howl by 1 second, and that's going to be our Enhanced Blood Howl here. And then we also have Innate Blood Howl, which generates 20 spirit. Going down further, now as you can see here, I actually have 2 companions. My first companion are my wolves, which you can see here on my screen, and then we have the Enhanced Wolf Pack, which is just a 20% increased damage to immobilized, stunned, slowed, or poisoned enemies, and with that, we have the Poison Creeper. Enhanced Poison Creeper, as well as Ferocious Poison Creeper. Now, you can choose between Ferocious or Brutal. Brutal, I would say is more for like boss fights, so you can play between the two, but Ferocious to me is better for AoE and things like that. Then we're going to come down here, and here we have Rabies. Now there is a item that you can get that will increase your Rabies. I still need to go get that, and I'll do another video about it. I forget exactly which dungeon it is, but I'll try to do a run through and then a video for it. So we have Rabies with Enhanced Rabies, and then Natural Rabies, which increases the spread by 100%. Makes it 100% faster. We also have Neurotoxin, which poison enemies are slowed. And then Toxic Claws. Werewolf skills. Critical strikes with werewolf skills deal 15% of their base damage as poisoning damage over 4 seconds. So we really have a lot going into the poisonous part of it and playing onto it. And that's why you're going to see that we also run Poison Creeper as well as Wolves. And then we have not moved down here at all. I will say that I have used Lacerate. It was fun. It wasn't exactly the most powerful, but it was fun. I've also used Cataclysm. I tried a Storm Surge type build for that boss that I was having problems with. It does a lot of damage. It is a very cool ability. But again, I'm just not a caster type. I like that melee DPS type. So the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about while we're here are going to be your, if you look in your inventory and you go to your quests, you have these Druidic Spirit offerings. And these are going to be for you to put into statues, and then you will receive powerful boons in return. So let's go over to the boons. Sorry, I always get lost here. Once you finish all the Druid quests in the area and unlock everything, this is where you will find them. You can see them here on the mini-map. Okay, so here are these spirits. We have the Wolf Spirit, and here it shows you this is 25 offerings. Once you unlock it, you get 20%, have up to 20% chance to reset the cooldowns of your companion skills. At 50, dealing damage has up to 15% chance to restore 10 spirit. 75, fortify for 10% of our maximum life when you use a defensive skill, so that would be our Blood Howl. And then Calamity, extend the duration of ultimate skills by 25%. There's also the Deer Spirit, which is going to give you Thorns, maximum spirit, 10% damage reduction from elites, and then reduce the duration of control and pairing effects by 15%. And then if we walk over here and come to the other side, here we have the Eagle Spirit, which looks more like, I guess that does look like an eagle. I was thinking a raven, but maybe. We have 5% increased crit strike chance, 10% maximum life, 10% attack speed, and 30% critical strike damage. And lastly, we have the snake. Here, all of the snake offerings are actually hidden until you unlock them. Now this is where you have a choice to make. Wolf is good. It would be very good for us. Having your companion skills reset is big. Having your 10%, the fortify, the 10% maximum life is big. I'm not sure if it outweighs the eagle. Now here's the thing that you have to decide though. Until we progress further in the game, you can only have one spirit active at a time. So for us, and with the build, as much as I want to just go all out offensive and take the Eagle Spirit, I'm actually going to take the Wolf Spirit here. And you can see we're just going to go make offering. And then once you do that, you can just go to your Spirit Boon offering. Which is going to be here. And then we can activate them. And we are binding them. So we have 1 of 1 boon activated. And then down here you can see Spirit Bonding. Unlock every boon from every spirit to gain access to Spirit Bonding. This will let you activate an additional boon with the spirit of your choice. So in this case, that would probably be the Eagle. For right now, this is probably going to be the best for us survival-wise as we get further, because we already know that there's one boss that we just could not beat. I think we died 6 times in a row to him. But this is going to upgrade our pets, upgrade us, all the little things like that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about are the rewards that you can get for completing these dungeons. These are aspects. I have not done a lot of them, but at this point I need to start doing them. So I would suggest that you do them as you go. Now you can hover over any of the dungeons that you've found, and it'll tell you what the reward is, what the aspect is, and for which class. So as you can see here, the tunnels is going to be a sorcerer only aspect. There'd be no reason for us to go do it other than if you just wanted to do it for fun. Here we have the stockades. This is a druid only reward. Earth skills deal 40% more critical strike damage to crowd controlled enemies. We are not using any earth skills, so that is not something that we have to go get right away for this build, but since you're going to already be around that area, I would suggest picking it up. So you just want to keep looking. Aspect of Inner Calm, deal 5% increased damage for each second you stand still up to 30%. I actually have a legendary that had that on it. I do not stand still as a werewolf. It was no good for us, but again, something that you probably want to go pick up. So as you can see, we have Rogue, Necromancer, Necro, Rogue. Here's one. While unstoppable and for 4 seconds after, you gain 10% increased movement speed and can move freely through enemies. I believe that's more of a bear build, which would be late game. Early game, bear is not very viable. You just do not take enough damage or have all of the aspects and everything needed to really output that damage. You're more going to just survive as bear. Now this is one that we want to go get almost immediately, once you're at this point in the game. Bloodhowl increases critical strike chance by 5%. In addition, Bloodhowl also affects nearby companions and players for 3 seconds. This is a huge one for us. This is one that we need to go get immediately. I'm trying to check what our other ones are. Attack speed, this is one you could go get. It's not that big of a deal. This is another one that if you're having issues surviving, you can pick up. Skills grant 20% damage reduction for 2 seconds. And I think that's about it right now. This is something that you could pick up early. There's a lot of things that you could just pick up early. After killing an enemy with Shred, your next werewolf skill generates 20% more spirit and deals 20% increased damage. Another good one for us to use. So like I said, just take a look, and this goes for any class. Take a look at the spec that you want to run, what abilities you're using, and then go through and check out each of these. Each of your dungeons and see what the rewards are and what you need, what you would use, and just go get them or stop and get them as you're moving. I hope this short little video helped you a bit with your build and what to do kind of mid-game to make you better. As far as gear goes, just upgrade it as you can. You're going to be upgrading so often that it's not that important. If you're going to aspect a piece, I suggest you make it a legendary, something that you might keep on for a while. Otherwise, you're going to be throwing aspects onto a lot of things. We will be making more videos soon. I'm going to do kind of like a gameplay video showing that boss that I had a lot of issues with. But I just wanted to get this out there and show you guys what I'm using and hopefully help you a little bit of knowing what to do as you progress as Druid. Check back later. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys soon.